Okay, guys, I have something very important to say. It's really, really important that you pay attention today with this. You have to sell all your crypto and buy Bitcoin today. Also, if you want gold as well, because I've got some very important information that says our whole financial system will be collapsing tomorrow. So if you don't do that right now, you're going to get wiped out. And that's, hey, you know what? I'm bringing you this information right now. You are the lucky ones. You have the ability to make this decision today and survive what is coming tomorrow, exactly on the second. This is important information. All the systems, right, except Bitcoin, except gold, will be collapsing. It will be an absolute nightmare. The dollar will stop working. Everything will fail. And by the way, April Fools. Anyways, no, guys. Oh my gosh, I think I got a few people there. Yeah, just having some April Fools fun. But yes, you still going to be showing you a chart that does say, hey, you know what? It's time for you to start moving into Bitcoin and moving away from altcoins. Yes, there will be altcoins, of course, that will pop off in the future, but they'll be few and far between. The overall, you will make a lot of money just holding Bitcoin and gold possibly as well, because gold, man, it's ripping, man. Jesus, I was looking at it. I was like 3,100. Jesus, on my watch the other day, and I couldn't believe it. Is at $3,100, and Jesus, and it's still ripping. Anyways, with that said, let's look at this chart, right? It says like the market is like slightly overvalued, more so than it was in 1929. Might have a problem, right? You might have a problem here, and worse yet, right? Even though it's up like this, crazy, right? Not in priced in gold. That's a sad thing. It's pretty bad, right? And you can see here, right? I'm sure there's analysts out there that are telling you that we're on the brink of the worst collapse since 2008. That's obvious because they print money, right? So let that sink in, right? Let that sink in for a second, because if you don't and you don't take action, you're gonna get hurt. Okay. All right. We're gonna do some trading, right? If there is anything to trade, of course, at bybit.davincij15.com or levex.davincij15.com, where you can actually join me here. And we've got a few people here. Just that is hit the like button, right? And they're going to be asking me questions, and I'm going to be answering at the end of the show. So make sure you you leave me some questions, right? And we'll have some fun for today. All right. With that said, let's begin. Also WeEx. That's right. Don't forget WeEx, man. We're also on WeEx.davincij15.com, where we still have an open trade, and we will be, I think that Bitcoin will be doing extremely well. There we go. The gap has been filled, right, from yesterday. So there it is. If I believe, did we? I'm not sure if we did have a trade for that one. We're thinking about, hey, you know what? You need to, if you want to short this thing, you're gonna have to short this a lot higher. I think it wasn't Bitcoin. Let's see. This is why? Oh, I have the wrong one. There we go. So this is the chart, actually. Sorry. This is the chart that, this is screaming. We're about to explode heavily. If you're in this way, if you're in front of this train, you're gonna get run over. Period. It's a runaway freight train. Bitcoin. Freight train. All the way up. You're going to get annihilated in all the alts. Annihilated. That's what it says. Right? Not tomorrow, of course, but over the next few months. Ignore it at your own peril, right? Look at that. There's the trade here. Told you guys. Boom. If you wanted to short this, there it is. And let's just see. Did you guys take profits? I think this thing takes profits. Oops. Oh, shoot. Control Z. Okay. Can we undo that? And let's just move this up. Ooh. Yeah. So we're just a little bit shy of that because we did, what was it? 1%? Yeah. Well, that was not so bad. Okay. So anyways, there it is. It looks like it wants to go higher, right? Right now on the trade. Let's just widen this out so that we can see it. There's that trade, right? It was like easy peasy short-term trade, taking this thing all the way back down to the lows here. It looks like it wants to come back and retest the tops here. It will test your resolve. You got to keep the stop loss exactly where it is. And you'll probably get a chance to jump in on this trade if you guys want to. But yeah, so there it is. This is the trade here. We already got this one right here. And hopefully you profited. If you're still in that one, that's okay. You can still stay in that one. There's still more downside to go. And that's it, right? Let's go over to Ethereum. Ethereum, we don't have another trade here. We're waiting for it to it's just a mess. I just can't trade this mess. It's an absolute dog pile, right? The chart's really bad. It's all going down, right? If you got into this entry, you could hold it pretty much till friggin' forever, right? It's a disaster of epic scale. Okay, not forever, of course. So if it comes back at you, you should really still hold the move the stop to break to this target right here at least, and hold it, right? Because there's a good chance that this thing's just gonna roll over and die, right? If you want to join into a new trade, you're going to have to wait for this thing to give us a better signal. Right now, there's no good signal here on Solana. I mean, sorry, Ethereum. Looking at Solana, we're still waiting for its target, its entry point. It wants to take off. It wants to join us. It probably wants to come up here before we actually break down. I don't know if it's going to do that. It might not. That's the target. That's what I would trade this. I would, if you want, you could trade this chop because this chop's pretty bad. But the chop is almost coming to an end here on the 4 hours, so it's over for you to trade the chop is too late now. So you can probably trade an upward movement because that is the most likely scenario here. And you don't trade it right now. Yeah, so there it is. We have like a complete clear bottom here. I would get in at the bottom again if it comes back down and lets you, ride the waves. If it comes back down, make sure that you might have a little bit of, it might drag you down a little bit further and then take off all the way up. So that's a key, of course, but then, you never know. The market will do whatever the market wants to do. So you might want to make sure you have a stop loss. If you're going to take a long here, it's, I wouldn't do it. Actually, I'm not even going to give you a chart for that. I wouldn't do it because it's just because this has more downside to go, right? And so it may not head up to the top to give you an entry. It might go down from here. So if you want, you can take because it has more downside. You could probably take this entry here short, but the problem is your stop loss is way up here. And so your risk to reward ratio is just out of whack. So you can't really get into a trade here. So if you can't get into a trade, guess what you do? You don't. Okay, with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I had some fun on April Fools. And I will see you guys later. Peace.